Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam. Welcome back to our discussion on Sokkanatha Venba, verse number 63. The verse goes this way. Theedhaam avaanandha madurai vaal Venba nada Sivanandam nalguvai Veda Siragara Nitta Tirabara Suddha Arahara Sokkanatha. It's a beautiful verse in which we are calling Lord Shiva directly. As a second person, he's just in front of us and we are just calling him. Imagine how beautiful it will be. The main difference between a Veda and Tirumurai is basically this. In a Veda, what happens when we are doing our yajna on a daily basis? We call the god of fire, called as Agni Deva, and ask him to send certain messages to Lord Shiva. So we do have a middleman when we are communicating to Lord Shiva using Vedas. But in Tirumurai, it is just a personal talk between you and Lord Shiva. So you can directly call him and you can talk. Even these texts are written in the same manner because we don't need a middleman to talk to Lord Shiva. It is between you and him directly. So here we can see our Guru is calling Lord Shiva as Madurai Vaal Venba, which is literally translated as the king, the most powerful king who resides in Madurai. And he is our leader. Nada is leader. He is our leader. Who else can be our leader? If you decide to follow someone, if you decide to be taking someone as your leader, it can only be Lord Shiva. Who else can be our leader? Veda. The inner meaning of Veda is Lord Shiva. That is why they say you can chant all your Vedas or you can just chant Shivaya Nama. Both are equal. Then Siragara. The hand which holds on to a skull. We all know when Brahma was having this ignorance, Lord Shiva took away one of his head, and that is the skull that Lord Shiva is holding on in his hand. Nitta, the person who is there permanently. The permanent being is Lord Shiva. Tirabara, the one above everything and everyone in this world. The superior being. Suddha, the one who is very clean and clear. There's no way we can find fault with him. There is no way we can identify something. He's the only one in this world who is flawless. Arahara Sokkanatha. The person who is called as Arahara, which is Aran. That's one way to look at it. Or Arahara is the one. Basically, we know there's a lot of Puranas that is coming in. So they talk about Hara Haran. Basically, we talk about like 5 stages in Lord Shiva itself, which is already discussed in our Unmai Vilakam, which is nothing but our Shiva Tattvam. In Shiva Tattvam, the 3rd level is Rudra. The person who actually takes care of Rudra, or rather takes within, is also Lord Shiva. That is why he is called as Arahara. And he is the one who is called as Sokkanatha. Now, we have called Lord Shiva. Now imagine Lord Shiva is in front of us. So we say Madurai Vaal Venba, Nada, Veda, Siragara, Nitta, Tirabara, Suddha, Arahara, Sokkanatha. After all these callings, Lord Shiva is in front of us. Now you need to ask him for a wish. The wish is very simple. Oh Lord Shiva, the ignorance that I have, please remove it, like the one that you did with Brahma, because Brahma also had ignorance. So what you did, you removed that ignorance. Can you please remove the same ignorance from me as well, so that I can become clean? I can become more like, under your leadership, I can excel more. I can become something like, permanently stay put in your lotus feet. So in order to stay permanently in your lotus feet, I need to become clean. How to become clean? I need to get rid of my ignorance. Can I do that? No, it's only Lord Shiva who can do that. He is our leader. He is our king. So he can do whatever it is to us so that we become clean. That is what verse number 63 is all about. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Namah, Tiruchitrambalam.